basically said that students are, have just that in America we are testing so much that students lack this ability to think outside the box. And so I began to look for ways to sort of have my kids produce things that were creative as opposed to like a plain report or just to come up with some new ways of them thinking about materials. And so what I ran across was this guy's website right here. I don't even know where he teaches, but what I ran across was his website, and he's got really great stuff. I think he's a middle school teacher, I don't know, but what I was drawn to is that every unit that he does, he has a part of the unit that's called Choose Your Own Adventure, and he requires his kids to do, depending on what the chapter is, like they have to do 40 points worth of work. And so he has on his website then an entire list. There are almost 60 activities to do with your kids that are like anywhere from a 5-point project that's a half a period, from an acrostic poem, all the way down to making a travel brochure. But what I liked about it is I've done travel brochures before, that wasn't news to me, but he has other ones on there that were. And what I have found with my students is you can't just go to the internet and get material and cut and paste it. You have to create something with the material, with the notes, or with whatever you're doing in class. And so they've got to take the material, think about it, and use it to create this other product. And so it caused them to have to sort of think outside the box a little bit. The other thing that I really like about his website, and I'll show you how I used it in just a second. But like, if you go to right here to Be the Thing, you can click on that, and he gives you point by point exactly for your students how to do the project. And then down here below, you can download his document or his PDF, and then you can tweak it to be what you want it to be. And so a couple ways that I've used it. I've used it different ways. Let's see. Right here. Oh, that's supposed to be a link. That's okay. So here's how I used it. I've used it. It's not letting me do it that way. Technology. Oh well, I'll hold them up. When you get the, I'll just hold it up. Hold on. Yeah. I'll give you the link to it whenever I put it on the form. But one of the things I did last year was, at the beginning of the year, I gave my students this list called Yo-Yo List, and it's your own. And so like if I would give a page of notes, I would say, okay, your homework assignment then is to go home and choose one of these ways to take your notes and come back tomorrow and have created one of the items on the list. And some of the items on the list are an acrostic poem, which says write a word from the notes vertically, and then each letter is used to start each line of a descriptive poem. So it isn't just one-word things, it's every line had to go together. They have a really hard time with that, taking information from the notes and creating something with it. They have to create an annotated illustration, draw a picture of a historical object, person, or event, and annotate it. Annotate 4 parts of the drawing with a description. So they had to think about their notes to figure out. One thing I figured out that they were doing is by giving them this list, at the beginning of the year I could say, okay, you've got to do a yo-yo for your chapter 2.5 notes. Well then, not only do they have to read their notes, because they've got to figure out then they got to decide which activity they're doing. So it really made them, they liked them and didn't like them because they weren't easy to do. They were pretty challenging. Just recently, instead of doing that, I didn't give them as many choices, and as a test assignment on ancient Greece, they had to create a wanted poster, an annotated illustration, and a postcard from the past. And so the only choice I gave them was you had to pick 2 out of the 3, but it counted a little bit more than just a simple homework assignment, and they had more steps involved. So I took what he did and sort of made it fit. What I liked about his website was that it gave me ideas. I didn't have to come up with things on my own, so it was 59 new kind of ways of having kids present their stuff. And then he has an example too, like for his China, Japan, he gave them, they had to accumulate 40 points, and so he had 5-point projects, 10-point, 20-point, and 40-point. And so he can refer them all back to his website because all the instructions are on his website. So he just gave them this sheet here. So I have all these 3 things as samples with the thing. But that's it. It was real practical to me. Sometimes I run out of ideas for ways for kids to create things, and I appreciated that he had already done all the work. So anyway, I stole it. So there you go. That's it.